Hi there everybody, it's Rosie here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today for another card making video. We're doing a card with our ink colours today. So we're going to do, I'm pretty much going to replicate this, just maybe mix up the order of the paper a little bit. And we're going to be using the sketched butterflies and the coordinating dies to decorate it. Okay, so the long story of this is that my daughter wanted to make a card for, yes, she did want to make the card. Somehow or other it ended up mummy making the card, but it's fine, it's okay. But the brief was lots of colours, make it colourful. So I figured that these did the job, and I thought the little butterflies would be a very sweet addition to that. Okay, so that's how this came about. Just black and white with the ink colours there. I think this would look really nice as well with a basic beige car base. Okay, so obviously mix and match your layering and all that kind of stuff. Use different coloured papers and different patterns, that kind of thing, and make it your own. Okay, so dead easy to make. Okay, so I've actually cut the paper at 3 inches, so you know it's a nice, it's 6x6. It's the 2024-2026 in colour 6x6 designer series paper. Okay, get 4 patterns. There's 40 sheets in the pack, and I've got this little sort of bubble design. We've got this design on the back, but I thought this was cute to go with the butterflies today. Okay. So we've done lots of those. So chopped it at 3, which means I've got a full 3 inch, well half a sheet basically left over. Okay, and all we're going to need is 1/2 inch strips of this. So when I'm cutting a smaller strip, I actually use the measurements on this side of the cutting cutting groove here, rather than trying to line it up here. Okay, just because you've got the nice long edge here to help butt up against. Okay, so I'm pushing against that instead of trying to line it up against this little bit here. Okay, right, so there's our 1/2 inch mark. So we're just going to go through and just chop those down. Okay, and just at that 1/2 inch, oops, 1/2 inch mark, nice and easy. So you will be able to make absolutely loads of these cards. If you were going to potentially use that whole 6 inch strip, you can get 12 of each colour. Okay, so if it was something that you were thinking about doing as a set for invitations or something like that, you can get a lot out of that. So that's that for the trimmer for now. We'll be bringing it back. Okay, and actually this is the order I'm going to pop these down in, just to mix that up a little bit. And then I've got some basic white, which is 3 inches across, but I've left it longer than it needs to be. Okay, and that's to help with just making sure you've got the wriggle room when you're sticking this down, basically. Okay, so if you cut it off, you'll then absolutely, you know, you're going to have it bang on to make sure you get the border right at the bottom. Okay, so popping some seal across the backs of these. I was going to try and do them all at once, but it doesn't seem to be playing ball, and I've just got some on the surface. Doesn't matter if you get it on the surface, just give it a you can rub it away with your finger, or use like a white eraser or an actual adhesive remover tool. Okay, so got this laid down. It's 3 inches wide, which is the same width of the strip, so I'm just going to line that up about that much from the top. So I work in Imperial, it's about 1/8 of an inch. That is Summer Splash. Same again, just lining that up. That's pretty in pink. Peach pie. And petunia pop. And shy shamrock. There we go. Okay, so that's nice and evenly spaced ish. Anyway, as even as you can get it if you, when you're just looking at it, you know, eyeballing it. Okay, so instead of trying to guess how long that is, we're going to end up we're going to cut it down using the trimmer. So just going to bring that back in, okay, and when you lift up that arm, you can see quite clearly where the cutting track is going to be. So I'm just looking to line that up approximately with where it is. I'm not going to be too concerned with measuring it, because if I take that to whatever that is, 3 3/8, that looks a little on the skinny side to me. I'm just going to shuffle it over just a little bit. Okay. Like I say, if your placement's only fractions out, it's, you know, your measurements aren't going to work out quite right. Okay. And it isn't dead straight. And you know what? I don't mind. It's absolutely fine. The piece of white is absolutely dead straight, but the strips of paper have just gradually gone on the wonk, but I don't mind. Okay, so while I've just got the trimmer out, I've got a piece of black, basic black, exactly the same. I've cut this to 3 1/8. So we're going to tack this down onto the, just got some fluffies on there. Blade starting to get blunt, so I just use one of these sanding block things just to take away any fuzzies. So I'm just going to take some seal onto the back of this. Layer that down, as I would do normally. Getting that border even on all 3 sides. And we're going to do exactly the same again. We're not going to measure it, we're going to look and see where that cutting blade needs to go, which is about there. Okay. And then we've got that piece that we haven't cut into, and that can be used for something else. In fact, there's enough there to make another one. Yep. Okie dokie. Alright, so that's our topper. Okay. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So that's just going on to the card flat, because we've got dimension coming from the butterflies. Okay, so we'll just pop that on, as I say, and I'm going to look to have the top and side borders, maybe not totally even, maybe a little deeper at the top, but towards the top basically, but looking to get these sides even, or at least as close as you can get when you're eyeballing it. Okay. And then we've got our sentiment, which I have lined up on the block. Sometimes I don't bother lining it up, but I'm going to be really brave, and I'm going to stamp directly onto the card. I don't usually do that. Okay, don't usually do it. So this says, wishing you a beautiful birthday. I'm just going to use some Memento ink. On the sample, I did it, well, I tried to get it in the middle. I say tried. So I'm going to just offset it, so then it kind of looks deliberate that we're off centre, rather than it being slightly off and looking like you've missed. Okay, I've actually done a better job of getting that lined up as well. Okay, so when you've lined up a stamp on, I usually use grid paper or something to make sure it's lined up, and then use the edge of the block, which is often straighter than the cut rubber. Okay, the cut rubber isn't always dead straight. Okay, so that's what I was doing there, just lining up the block with one of these the lines of the cardstock, not the DSP, because the DSP isn't guaranteed to be straight. Okay, so that's what I did there.
looks good just like that, to be fair.
So I haven't I haven't tortured you by die cutting and stamping all the butterflies, but all these were just quickly stamped and die cut in the coordinating ink colours. You know, I think it might look good if you did them in black as well, you know, just as a you know, that contrast rather than the coordination. So that's something that you could play with. Never thought of that. I literally just as I was doing it, I thought, they could look good. The other thing that's in the sketched butterflies as well is these funky dies that cut out like lacy bits. And I did actually and ah with doing something with those as well. So here's another option for you. Use these instead and get those stuck on. Okay, so there's another option for you. Totally different look, all with the same stuff. Okay, don't have to cut them in black either, do you? You can do it in all sorts of colours. Okay, let's stick with our nice colourful butterflies. Just a bead of glue onto the back of those is going on there, just onto their bodies, so that the wings still lift up. Oops. Oh, blimey, she says, and then she can't pick them up. So you want them sort of floating off into different directions, and different areas of the card. And if you wanted to put the sentiment in the middle, you could leave a gap there for that purpose. Did think about extending the panel to incorporate the sentiment at the bottom as well, so making that frame extend down. Lots of choice, entirely up to you how you want to spin this card. Okay, doesn't that look gorgeous? I think it's really, really sweet, really, really sweet. So, and then what I don't show very much is how I might decorate and do other things with the envelope and things like that. I don't usually decorate the middle or anything like that with you guys on camera, but I thought it'd be really cute to have the these are not flowers, these are butterflies, have them come across into the envelope as well. So I'm just going to use all of those colours, and they're not necessarily in the same order as what I've done on the card either, because I forgot that I changed the order, but it doesn't really matter. The point is it coordinates anyway. Stamping those onto, cleaning them off on a chamois. And just shy shamrock to go. Something's gotten onto the envelope there, but I don't know what that is. So it's not ink, it's something, I don't know, something strange has got onto it. And there we go. So that gives you an idea of how you can jazz up an envelope. You could do things on the flap as well if you wanted to. Okay. And because it was something for my daughter's little friend, I did actually decorate a little simple bag as well. Okay, exactly the same as the sample card. Made 2 panels, put one on the front of the bag, well, box bag thing, and just to coordinate it all together. Okay, so I might at one point be brave enough to film doing that bag. Okay, You know I don't do 3D stuff. It really hurt my brain. Took a couple of... I scored the 3 pieces of cardstock and finally got it right. Right, okay. That's my project for today. I hope you've enjoyed that and it's given you some ideas of how to use the DSP and decorate an envelope. Thanks so much. I hope you're staying safe. Take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.